Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be teaching or talking about how you guys can get a better KD ratio in Black Ops 4. Now in every single Call of Duty I've had around about a 3 or 4 KD, so I do know what I'm talking about in this video. You can trust me, you can trust what I say. I have had like a 3 or 4 KD, so yeah, you can trust what I say. Now, before we get into this video, if you guys are new and these tips do help you in any way whatsoever, make sure to go ahead and drop a like and a sub. I do really appreciate it. Let's try and aim for about 30 likes this video. If we can get that, would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, let's just get straight into this. So, the first tip is obviously going to be the most obvious one, and that is just to play the game. Practice and practice and practice. I've been playing since I was around about 11 and I'm now 18, so that's quite a long time, and obviously in that time I'm gonna naturally just get better, and obviously it comes naturally now. Like any COD I play, I just know how to play it. I know how to get a high KD and stuff like that. So obviously that's probably one of the biggest and easiest tips, is just to practice. If you guys really want to get a high KD, then obviously you're not going to get it by just playing the game once or twice every like week or so. Like you're gonna get it by like playing every single day. Like I play COD at least once a day, like at least like an hour a day or so, and that is probably the reason why obviously I can hold such a high KD pretty much every single COD, because I'm so used to it. I know exactly how to play, and obviously, you know, yeah, I'm just used to it now. So that is the first tip and the most important one. So that's why I said that first, because yeah, you can't expect to get a KD by not playing as much. So you definitely need to play it a lot to actually become a better player. Now, the next tip is going to be to mess with your like settings and find the setting that you like. So for example, your sensitivity. Find a sensitivity that you're comfortable with. Now some people, like for me example, in Black Ops 2 and stuff, in some games I've actually had max sensitivity, but in other games I've had like a 7. Like at the moment in Black Ops 4 I use a 7/7 sensitivity. So just find out what you're comfortable with, mess around with it a bit. For example, use a 6 for one game. If you don't really like the 6, move it up a little bit. Or for example, what I used to do is to find the sensitivity that I liked, I played a day with a 6 sensitivity, and then after a day I moved up by 7, and then I moved up to like 8, and around about a 6 or 8 sensitivity is probably I recommend a 6 or 8, like somewhere between there. 6, 7 or 8 sensitivity is probably the perfect sensitivity that you want to use. But that's just my opinion. You guys might think differently. Make sure to go ahead and say what your sensitivity is down in the comment section below. I'm quite interested to see what sensitivity all of you guys use. But anyway, the next tip is going to be to get good accuracy. Now I will have a separate video on how to get better accuracy up. It might already be up, I'm not sure. If it is already up, I'll make sure to leave a comment or a link in the description below. But it might not be up yet, so yeah, if it isn't up yet, then make sure to subscribe and turn those notifications on so you don't miss out the upload. I'm going to make that a separate video because there's so many tips and different ways to get better accuracy, and that's like a whole nother like 10-minute video. So obviously I want to make that into a separate video just so I can run through it a bit more better. But the next thing is going to be to find a weapon you're comfortable with. So for example, me, I use pretty much the same weapons, to be honest, because for like SMGs I usually like the MX9, for the ARs I usually use the Rampart or like the Vapor, I usually have the same kind of weapon every single game. Now in this game, to be fair, there's the weapons are very balanced, so I use a lot more different games on this. Like for example, in World War II I only use the PPSH. I literally only use the PPSH, and obviously that kind of gets a bit boring after a while, but yeah, I literally only use the PPSH. I knew its recoil patterns, I knew everything about how to like just play it. It was so easy to use that weapon. And in this game though, once again, the weapons in this game are extremely balanced. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the like most balanced CODs we've had, like to do with like weapons and stuff like that. There isn't like one weapon that's extremely overpowered. So it's definitely recommend you guys just stick into one weapon, or literally, I say that, but in this game you can actually use any weapon and just do good with it. All the ARs, in my opinion, are absolutely amazing. All the SMGs are very good. So yeah, but obviously there's going to be one weapon that is your favourite, and if it is your favourite, then just stick with it, because that's probably what you're going to be doing best with. For example, my favourite weapon is the one I'm using now, or the one I'm using now is the Maddox, and this is probably one of my favourite weapons in the game, or the Rampart. I'm more of an assault rifle player myself, so I like to use assault rifles. But anyway, the next tip is going to be a map awareness, and by this I mean know the maps. And obviously, to know the maps, you have to play a lot. I play a lot, so I know where all the spawns are. I know where enemies are going to be, and I just know where to go. I know where to go to get high streaks and stuff like that. Like right there, you saw me just hold down. I just got like I get a 5-man right there, and that's a pretty nice kill. I picked up 3, and then another one walked through. I had a feed, and someone else was going to be behind me, and I managed to kill that guy, and I got 5 kills. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and learn the maps. It does take a while. Once again, the more you play, the more you're going to know the maps. Now another thing to use is recon. Now recon is one of the specialists, and in my opinion it is my favourite specialist. The reason for this, and it is very good for getting high kill streaks, very good if you want to get a lot of kills and hold a high KD. Now the reason I say this is because you get a sensor dart as your little equipment thingy, and basically when you shoot this on the floor, it has a little radius on the minimap where you can see enemies in that little radius for around about 20 seconds. Now it is very good. Like, for example, you've got to be smart when you're using it though. Don't just chuck it out randomly anywhere in the map. Like, you'll see me use it in this gameplay. Like, for example, if I'm in their spawn and there's a lot of enemies around me, I'll put this thing next to me so I know where they all are, and I know where to position myself to kill the enemies. I'm pretty sure in the gameplay in the background I actually do go on like a 28 or something like that, but the game like ends or something, I can't really remember. But it's quite a nice high kill and good gameplay. Now the next tip I recommend you guys to use is obviously to use score streaks. Now personally, I'm not much of a score streak kind of guy. I like to run support, but you guys, if you really want to get a high KD, then obviously running score streaks is probably the best way to get one, because you're not just relying on yourself to get kills. You can call in your attack chopper or your strike team, and they can run them around the map and get kills. Like I was saying before, right there, as you saw me, I just placed down my sensor dart, and that's because I'm in their like spawn area, so there's a lot of people around this area, so I'm going to place one down there, and I'm placing it there so they know I know where they're going to be. Another one is going to just be minimap. Use the minimap. Minimap is probably the most important thing to do with holding a good KD and getting high streaks and stuff like that. And honestly, just use it. Literally, I can't stress it enough, like how much I use the minimap. I literally stare at it constantly, and as you just saw there a few minutes ago, I just used my recon pulse, and that's the vision pulse thingy, and you can see everyone through the walls, and in my opinion it's probably the best specialist to use, just because I just saw where all the enemies were right there, and you get so much score as well. When you scan the enemies, you scan them 3 times, and each time you scan all of them, you get around about 100 to 200 score, which is absolutely crazy. So obviously this is going to help you get score streaks, and the more score streaks you get, the more kills you're going to get. So yeah, that is pretty much it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a sub and a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But before I do go, I want to mention quickly to make sure to leave a comment down below of what you guys want me to see next. Now I'm going to leave you with the rest of this gameplay down below, because I pretty much choked the nuke. I was like 1 or 2 kills off, but yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
We can make a wildfire getaway.